So, welcome, yogis, to our sitting practice. So, just take a moment and see who's here today, who's gathered here, noticing the room you're in, and just let yourself feel held by all of us who are gathering together and the room that you're sitting in. And taking a deep breath in. And as you exhale, let yourself be received into the earth. Feel the hug of gravity. Closing your eyes or turning your gaze down. Arriving in your body. Arriving in this moment. Right here. Right now. Notice the natural flow of your breath. The breath coming in. The breath going out. Simply breathing. Our meditation practice invites us to simply be, to be with what is, with what's arising. Our practice invites us to let go of doing. And in this way, we practice non-attachment, not grasping for what's not here. Being with what is here. This breath. And this body that's breathing. And we can land in our bodies more fully, scanning the body from top to bottom, head to toe, pausing at each part of our body to recognize what the experience we're having is. And if we find that our body is clenching, tightening, or contracting, there may be the possibility of naturally letting go, finding greater ease as muscles soften in the light of awareness. And if we find that parts of our body may feel painful, may have some discomfort, we can send a little love with our breath, a little bit more space. Starting with the facial muscles, softening the mask of the face. The small muscles around the eyes. Space between the brows. The jaw. softening tongue and lips, softening the throat, back of the neck, letting any weight on the shoulders fall away. Feeling the weight of the arms and the hands, inviting softness into the fingers, and perhaps feeling all the aliveness within the fingers and the hands. Awareness of the back, the upper back, that holds and shields our heart, our chest, and pausing within our heart center to notice what experiences may be flowing through our hearts this morning. Noticing whatever emotions may come into awareness and simply allowing them to be here, whatever they may be. Allowing all the pleasant emotions of contentment, of joy, peacefulness, gladness, letting ourselves savor and simply be with these pleasant emotions as they flow through us, knowing that they're here now and that they will change. And because we're human, we seldom just feel one emotion. It's often a mixture of two or more. And we might feel peaceful about some things, some moments, but others perhaps less peaceful. Perhaps sadness or anger or fear. We might experience jealousy, shame, or any other myriad of unpleasant emotions. And because we are human, we feel both pleasant and unpleasant in different volumes and intensities and quantities and durations. And we can bring a tenderness to the unpleasant emotions and hold tenderly the part of us that's experiencing them, knowing it's not all of us, but it is a part of us that just wants to be seen and heard. And so, whatever is flowing through us, bringing mindful awareness, allowing everything to be here. And we might even notice how these emotions are experienced in our body as sensations. What might be our felt sense of a pleasant or an unpleasant emotion? Warmth or coldness? Weight, heavy or light? Moving sensations that might be expanding, radiating, or contracting sensations, squeezing, tightening. Or there may be vibrations or pulsing, as every emotion has its own language, its own way of speaking to us as a felt sense within our body. And bringing awareness back to the upper back, whatever the experience of our heart is, our back is there supporting us. In the middle of our back, feeling the uprightness of our spine that holds us up. Noticing as we continue scanning the rib cage around to the front of the ribs that expand and contract with our breath. Awareness of the low back, the side of the waist, and the abdomen. And all the muscles in the low belly, they tend to contract when we feel unpleasant emotions, turning on our fight flight system within our body. And when we're able to relax and soften the belly, the rest of the muscles of the body tend to follow suit. finding greater softness and ease, softening belly. Awareness of the pelvis, the buttocks that you may be sitting or lying on, and feeling what's beneath you. Awareness of the legs, the weight of the legs, and the feet, the tops of the feet, and the soles of the feet. Feeling connection with the earth beneath the feet. And as we expand awareness to include the whole body, all the body parts united together, this whole body breathing, scanning for any other tension that we may be carrying, any burden we carry in our mind or our hearts or our bodies. We can let each exhalation send it down and out. We might use our imagination as you inhale, feeling the breath rise up from the bottom of your body, all the way up your spine to the top of the head. And as you exhale, letting the breath wash down, wash out anything that does not serve. Inhaling, sweeping and gathering up, and exhaling, washing out and down. Mother Earth here to support us and to hold what may be too much for us to bear. Awareness of your body and space, the space that surrounds you. The edge of your body, the edges where skin meets space. Awareness of the space that expands into the walls that surround. The floor below, ceiling above. The body breathing in this place, here now. Surrounded infinitely in all directions. Awareness of the space around that includes the sound vibrations of nature and mechanisms of human activity. The sound of our own breath. And from this place, set an intention for your practice, an intention for your life. Waking up in the morning and setting an intention gives us direction. Where are we heading? And the journey of the human is to not travel in a straight line. There are many distractions and interests that pull and push us along the way. Some we can leave aside, and others we are strongly influenced by. And we may forget our way, forget the path, forget the direction in which we walk. And setting our intention daily helps us to remember our heart's longing. Allow your intention to be enveloped with awareness of your breath. Awareness focused on that direction, like looking towards the North Star. Notice if your mind has wandered into thoughts. It's what the mind does. And we can bring a sense of curiosity. Where does our mind go when it travels into the future, planning or fantasizing, wishing and hoping, problem solving? And sometimes the mind travels back into the past, into memories. And sometimes we even get to this place where we are trying to reconstruct our memories of what's already happened, bringing a blend of future and past together, wishing that things had happened differently, and perhaps even fantasizing a different scenario of what actually happened. Open curiosity, allowing this to happen because it happens to all of us as humans. And our practice teaches us to cultivate greater steadiness of the mind. So we discipline the mind, we teach the mind how to come back to the present moment, right here, with this breath, right now. Within all the space around us, with all of life beaming, when the mind wanders, find the steady breath, the breath that is always here, calling us like a lost boat, calling us back to the anchoring of the harbor. Awareness of this breath. Our practice gives us a roadmap. So when we're lost in thoughts, we can pull over to the side of the road, metaphorically speaking. We can pause. We can recognize what's here, recognizing any emotional state, allowing and accepting whatever's flowing through, knowing it's temporary, just like a rainstorm that comes and goes. And we can notice how our bodies are receiving the experience, mindfully aware of our embodied experience of the moment. And then nurturing ourselves or savoring, depending on if our heart needs more care, more tenderness, if our heart needs to be held in the arms of self-compassion. Or perhaps our heart is singing and expanding into the space around us with joy, and we can simply savor and experience that. Remembering intention, looking to the North Star, and then being back on our merry way, presence with our breath and all the experiences of life, rising and falling all around us. Mirroring the life that's rising and falling within us. Let's give gratitude to the experience that's right here. Bringing gratitude to this practice that helps us to steady the mind, to open our hearts, and to bring more ease into our bodies. So we can awaken to our true nature, clear-minded, loving, and open heart. And a body that sings and dances, that cries and wails with the experiences of life moving through. And let's bring gratitude to all those in our lives who support us, who support our practice, who support us in the spirits of who we are, who have touched our lives in some way and contributed to our growth. And bringing gratitude to all of us gathered here today. Perhaps bringing hands to heart, bowing to our hearts and bowing to each other. Namaste, yogis.